Matt Weiner from Zelkys Arcade. He just came up to us right before this event. He's one of the business owners that has a couple of operations up and down the boardwalk. He has a couple of things he'd like to say to you guys. Good morning, fellas. Sorry, you can't hear that. Good morning, citizens of Delaware. That means something, citizens. My name's Matt Weiner. My family owns Zelkys Arcades and the donut shop on the boardwalk. We've been here for over 35 years. And we hope that by order of the governor, this won't be our last. I want to start by reminding everyone of the beginning portion of our Declaration of Independence, written and signed on July 4th, 1776, when soon-to-be Americans decided they needed to stand up against the governing body that became too oppressive and constant trampling on the rights of free and independent people. This is a document where the true verbiage is often forgotten. And a quick reminder to all of you guys, Independence Day has been canceled in Rehoboth this summer. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its power in such form as to them, us, shall seem most likely to affect our safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind is more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which we're accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce us under absolute despotism, it is our right, it is our duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for our future security. I want to amend the end of it now. Such has been the patient sufferance of these United States and our state of Delaware, and such is now the necessity which constrains us to alter our former systems of government. The history of our present governing body is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. And to prove this, let the facts be submitted to a candid world. I don't have to tell you guys all this that's happening out there. We've all seen the constant growth of total dominance of a government grown out of control, repeatedly taking more and more of our rights without sizable objection. And now these extreme usurpations are enforced to the detriment of tens of millions of hardworking Americans. The ends no longer justify the means. Yes, people are suffering from a virus, but the anguish being forced upon the majority of the rest of us is insufferable and must come to an end. Traumatic is a word I hear frequently to describe feelings from these past few months from people. And not the trauma of the virus, but the trauma of everything else that's come out of it. The fear, the alienation and isolation, the mental health crisis, assault and abuse, alcoholism and drug abuse, suicide, and of course the economic health and viability of the United States. The suffering will only continue to get worse if businesses don't start reopening, and then there will be no one, and if they don't, there will be no one left to provide jobs for the rest of us, all suffering from this post-traumatic stress disorder. Humanity has always lived by a code of personal social responsibility for self-preservation since the beginning of time, and there's no reason that we're incapable of protecting ourselves now. No one wants to get sick. No one wants to get other people sick. But economic strangulation will kill us all. I'll end with a quote by Ayn Rand, who wrote Atlas Shrugged, in which she described the philosophy of the world that we see unfolding in front of us today. And she said the true answer to our problem which is freedom and independence. I swear by my life and my love of it that I will never live for the sake of another man, nor ask another to live for the sake of mine. Now I want to tell you guys, we're, as the Arcades on the Boardwalk, we're starting a petition today. We're collecting signatures at all of our doors for anybody to help us reopen particular locations, but we're in full support of getting everybody open, because there's a way that everybody can safely resume this and get back to some sort of economic viability. I want to thank all of you guys for coming out today and raising all your voices against depression. It's really necessary. With enough of our voices, we can all succeed. It is our government, our elected officials, and they need to do what we, the people, want and need.